Coming to the next question, that is question number 8, which is asking that how many non-congruent triangles are there with integer lengths a less than or equal to b, less than or equal to c, such that a plus b plus c is equal to 20. Okay, so first of all, because they are saying triangles, so we have to take care of the maybe a plus b plus c can be 20, but whether with those integer values of a, b, c a triangle is possible or not. So I will do this question by making few cases. My first case would be that let us consider that a is equal to b and it is less than c. Okay, then a is less than b and this is equal to c. A equal to B equal to C is not possible because their sum is 20. If A equal to B equal to C, then sum equal to 20, we cannot obtain integer values. But let me write this also. And then last one is A less than B less than C. I think these are the possible scenarios. So let us start with this. In this case, A will be 20 by 3, so not possible. So just reject it. Okay. Now coming in this scenario, in this case, we will get 2A plus C, because B is A, will be equal to 20. Okay, that is one. And second thing is that because two smaller sides should be such that their sum A plus B has to be greater than C. And A plus B is actually 2A, so 2A will be greater than C here. So putting it here, we will be getting C, 2C to be less than 10. What I'm doing, I'm putting a smaller value than 2A as C here. So 2C will be less than 20 here. So C will be less than 10 here. So in this first scenario, where A is equal to B less than C, C has to be less than 10, and you can conclude similar thing for A also, although we can do it by putting the values of A, B, C also. So if C is 9, let me start with C as 9. But you can see that if C is 9, then 2A will become 2A will become odd number, A will become fraction. So I think the possible values of C would be in this case 8, then A, B both would be I think 6, 6, because if C is 8, then A plus B has to be 12, so A plus B equal to A equal to B equal to 6, yeah. And then if I take C as 6, because C, if you take 7, once again 2A will be odd, A will be fraction. In this case, if C is 6, 2A will become 14, A equal to B will be equal to 7. Though it looks like a possibility, but this is not satisfying this inequation because we considered A and B both to be less than C. So in this case, we are getting only one answer. So this is 6, 6, 8. Let me write this way. Okay. Now coming to this second scenario. In this case, you can see A plus 2B or 2C, whatever you choose, will be equal to 20. Okay. And difference of two sides, I think other things will be automatically taken care of because two larger sides difference is 0. Okay, so B minus C or C minus B, whatever you say, difference is 0 here, and this is definitely lesser than A. So I think here we need not to take care of any inequation sign because of this. So we just have to think of that A plus 2B equal to 20 and bigger two sides are equal and they are, yeah, they're obviously greater than the smaller side. Yeah, but here there is one thing that this bigger side, both bigger sides has to be less than 10, isn't it? Because A, even if it takes a value 1, this has to be less than 20. So B has to be less than 10 here. And once again, 2B is even, A has to be even. A has to be even. So here let me start with B equal to 9. And this value will be for C also. In this case, the value for A will be 2. Now, if I take B is equal to 8 and also C as 8, then this A will be equal to 4. If I take B equal to 7 equal to C, then this A will be equal to 6. B is equal to 6 is equal to C, then this A will be equal to 8. But we wanted A to be less than B or C, so I think this case is rejected. We got solutions only till these 3 steps. So let me write these answers here. So starting with A, B, C, that is one possibility. Then 4, 8, 8, that is another possibility. Then 6, 7, 7, another possibility. So we have got so far 4 possibilities of A, B, C, which will be satisfying the given conditions. Now coming for A less than B less than C. Okay, so in this case, once again, my A plus B should be greater than C. Okay, and A plus B is equal to 20. So if we put A plus B as C, so once again this 2C will become less than 20. Dear all, I am repeating this step. A plus B is greater than C. So if in place of A plus B I am putting C, I am putting lesser value. So 2C has to be less than 20. So this C has to be less than 10. So in this case, my largest side has to be less than 10. I hope this is clear. Okay, and if that is so, let us start with C only. So if my C is 10, less than 10, my value of C can be 9. In this case, A plus B will be equal to 11. So what are the possibilities? If I write with A as smallest possible value, I think A1, B 10. But that should be rejected because in this case, B will become bigger than C. Okay, this will become bigger than C. And also this is not possible because 1, 9, 10 will not make you any, will not give you any triangle. So we will take A as 2, B as 9. Once again, we have taken B and C as to be different. So this is also rejected. Okay, so I think we will get valid value starting from 3, then 3 comma 8, I think valid value. Then 4, 7, this is also valid value. Then 5, if I take this as 5, then this will be 6. I think this is also valid value. So you can check, we have got these 3 values because after that my A, if I take as 6, then my B will be 5, but we have taken A less than B, so this is also not acceptable, and after that also values will not be acceptable. So in this scenario what we have got, let me write those values also. So 3, 8, 9, definitely it is making triangle. Then 4, 7, 9 is also making a triangle. Then 5, 6, 9 is also making a triangle. Now, what is next possibility? I think C is less than 10. So we may take now C as 8 here. C as 8 here because we have taken C as 9 earlier. So if C is 8, A plus B will be 12. Now in this case, because B has to be smaller than C, so B has to be 7 at most. Okay, so A will be 5, B will be 7. That is the first possible value. And then I can take A as 6, B as 6, but again in this case A and B has become equal, so that is not a possibility. So I think that is the only possible scenario when C is 8. So 5, 7 and 8. What is next? Maybe we can choose to have C is equal to 7. In this case A plus B will be equal to 13, but in this case at least one of A and B will be greater than or equal to 7, isn't it? Here I have to choose B greater than or equal to 7, then only my A will be greater than or equal to 6, and then only your sum of A plus B will be 13. So in this case there is no possibility. So how many possibilities we have got so far? I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one is 8th one. So number of non-congruent triangles here would be 8. Okay, and that is the answer for this question. This question again is tricky, I will say, not